Welcome back. I'm looking fabulous today. The kids have a snow day and I thought it's the perfect day to get the closet organized like I told you I was going to, and cleaned up because it's a disaster. I did go through, believe it or not, I have gone through and done my decluttering this past week. If you missed my video on how to declutter and what questions to ask yourself to make that a speedy process, go back and watch the video right before this one because I share those tips with you there. It usually doesn't look like this. It's gotten a little bit out of control. But I am going to share my best tips for how to organize your closet in terms of how to use it more as a styling tool and not a storage unit. So if you're into that sort of thing and you want some organization ideas for your closet, and if you like to see before and afters and how like chaos becomes organized again, then stick with me and I'll share all those things with you today. Let's get into it. All right, so I've got one baby napping and the boys are playing downstairs. The kids are occupied, so I'm gonna like speed clean for a little bit and see how much I can get done before the baby wakes up from her nap. And when I say baby, yes, she's almost 2, but she's still my baby. I'll fight you on it. All right, so in this video, you're gonna see me cleaning some things up, and then I'll show you guys the big reveal before and after. And then I wanna walk you through just a guided tour of how I set up the zones in my closet. So that's my first thing. As I'm working through this, I'm thinking about the different zones that I need in my closet and how I can better utilize my everyday wardrobe. As you'll see when we get to the tour later in this video, I like to organize my closet by categories or by zones. So I put all of my dresses together regardless of print or color or sleeve length, and so on and so forth. So I have foundational pieces. So I'm kind of, as I'm going through and changing all these hangers out, I'm making different piles for those different areas. And again, if you want to see every zone in my closet and how I label everything, stick around for the tour at the end. Well, that didn't last very long. Turns out the 4-year-old had to change clothes for the 3rd time today and woke his sister up from her nap. So, did you get a good nap?
Yeah.
Did you wake up too early? Yep. Are you gonna help Mom?
No.
Yes.
No.
All right, now that I have my little helpers, let's get back into this. I was just cleaning the space as I went, and I was changing out all the clothing on the hangers. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. It will not only make our closet look more cohesive and grown up, but it will also save me some space because of those velvet hangers. My biggest tip in setting up your closet as a styling space is to organize in zones and collections so that when you go to style an outfit, we're always thinking in terms of layers. So you want to be able to pull from your categories, say a dress and maybe a lightweight layering piece from your outerwear section, and then an accessory or jewelry from your accessories zone. So always be thinking in terms of zones and put like items together so that you can create the most layered and stylish looks every day when you walk into your closet. Who's back there? You might remember me in the last video saying that I have a basket for things that are misplaced so I can go put them away in the house. But a lot of times I just wear hoodies and then I put random things in my pockets like robot arms and little girl bows, and I put them in my pockets, and then when my pockets get full, I walk around the house and put them away, because otherwise I'm one of those people that will fill up a basket and then leave the basket sit there for like a week. So if you're like me in that way, try the pocket idea. Since I'm switching out hangers, the best thing to do would probably be to make sure that all the laundry's done, but in a realistic world, there's a lot of laundry I still need to do because, you know, I spent too much time on the closet and I didn't get the laundry done. But definitely keep a few extra hangers so that whenever things come out of the laundry, you have somewhere to go with it. So remember the backwards hanger trick? That is what I'm doing to all of his hangers. So in 6 months, when he still hasn't worn half of this, I can revisit this with him and hopefully get rid of a couple more things.
Resist your
So I know a lot of people like to organize their closets by sleeve length or color, but I find it most effective to organize my closet by type of clothing. So right here I put my outerwear pieces. I don't know why that was hard to say. Outerwear pieces. I have some cardigans, and any heavier cardigans I actually fold together with my sweaters because it's easier on the clothing. You don't want them to stretch out over time. I move into kimonos. So as you can see, this section is all outerwear, although they're different textures and different types of clothing, even different sleeve lengths. This is outerwear right here. And then I move into dresses, which then moves into skirts, which then moves into rompers, jumpsuits, and things of that nature. So I've got several different things here just because, I want to keep it as efficient as possible, but keeping those grouped by section helps me to put outfits together. I moved into denim. I've moved some things around on myself here. So we'll see how that goes. But I have like my everyday denim that I love here, the things I'm grabbing a lot or most frequently. I'm trying to make as easy and accessible as possible right now. So just to make myself more efficient in the morning, I moved swimsuits over here. Not really sure I'm crazy about that, but it works for the moment. We're gonna be in swimsuit season before you know it, so I thought I'd go ahead and move that. I kept my intimates over here, my workout clothing, and then down to my shorts and my tank tops here. And then I have more of my pants and things together. So again, I'm grouping like items together into collections and categories. And then doesn't this look so much better with all the matching hangers? I'm so excited about this. This is like the everyday part of my closet. So this is 99% of the time during the week when I'm getting ready, I come and I grab something from this rack here. What I did here was I kind of kept my blouses together here. These are things, this is my most like aspirational wardrobe too. So I'm trying to get myself to wear these items more often because I just feel my best in these items. So moving from blouses then into more of like date night stuff. But then I have this collection of more t-shirts and basics, which I like to keep those all together, even if they're different sleeve lengths, because they are foundational pieces for outfits. So on their own, of course, they can be worn as basic solid t-shirts, but I also think they look really cute when they're layered. So moving into layers, then I can go back and pick out some things from my other categories. I kept my denim chambray and denim jackets together because they're good layering components. And then I keep all of my tanks and like frilly or lightweight items. I kind of kept those chunked together for right now because we're in between seasons and it's not quite warm enough here yet to be wearing these lighter layers, but pretty soon, before I know it, I'm gonna be able to be pulling from those every day and layering with a denim jacket or something to go on top. So that's how I kind of do it. I keep it in collections of blouses, layering pieces, foundational items. And then I guess technically this is not a foundational item. I probably should have put that with outerwear, but for right now it works. I'm just gonna leave it there. So what I like about doing by categories is I can pull from here, and depending on the weather, if I want to layer it up, I can go then over to my outerwear and see what layers well with the piece I picked out. If I had all of the red items together, then I would be like, okay, I need a layering piece for this, but I wouldn't know where to go in my closet to find something to go with it. So I think that is where this technique works really well for outfitting. I also have quite the collection over here of flannels and plaids. I keep them all together. I know this looks excessive, but look how good I am at picking different colors every time. I mean, I don't have a flannel. That's a flat and a flat. Did you just catch that? I said a flat and a flannel. Did you catch it? Plaid, flannel. But what I was trying to say earlier is I am proud of my collection because they're all different colors. There's not two that are alike. So I'm trying to justify keeping that many. Do you hear it? Do you hear it in my voice? Now I keep seasonal tees and sweatshirts separate because I have a lot of like Christmas things from Rustic Honey. And if you're new here, you probably don't know, we have a t-shirt line. And so I have a lot of seasonal t-shirts and things for holidays. And so I try to keep all of that stuff up here and even like sports teams so that when I have an occasion where I know I have a t-shirt, I can just go and look in here and grab exactly what I want. I have a lot of sweatshirts, actually. I'm obsessed with sweatshirts, which take up a lot of space, but I have like Thanksgiving and Christmas and fall pumpkins. So I don't need those things out all the time, obviously. So I put them into a bin. That way they're easily accessible and I know exactly where they are when I want them. Again, fold your sweaters, especially your heavier sweaters. They'll last you so much longer if you do. I keep a bin for undergarments because I recently moved out of a dresser and put everything in here to make it easier to get ready in the mornings. I found this little thing in my kitchen which I was so excited that fit right here. I've got to get some more of these because this is an awkward space that I cannot seem to fit any containers in. So I have all of my like scarves and like little hair handkerchiefs and things in that. And then, so that's like kind of my part of my accessory zone here. And then, like I said, I packed away my seasonal items. I have more outerwear and like leisure wear, my hoodies and things in there. And then all the heavier stuff I went ahead, like that I'm not probably going to wear. Heavier fur things are going to go back in there. This I need to relabel because I moved scarves out of it. I don't really wear that many scarves anymore. So I'm using this for my, my PJs because they were all over the place all the time because I wear my PJs all the time. And so that's like the outfit I look forward to most at the end of the day. So I'm going to make them a really accessible spot here. Anyway, and then these are like everyday denim that I'm going to wear more in the spring and around home. They're more like destructed and, just super stretched out and comfy, but like those good trusty ones. And then I have a whole nother, speaking of graphic tees, a whole nother bucket full. And, I'm kind of overflowing, but I fold them all like this. And then I can kind of see what's in the bottom. I can see everything. I don't have to dig to the bottom of the bin. So fold them and sit them upright. And then when you have extras like I do, you just put them on top. So at the moment, that's what I'm doing, but it's working just fine. And I like that technique because then I can grab from my sections. Okay, now over on this wall, I have my boots up high because that's where they fit the best. I'm trying to make sure I use the most space possible, which, speaking of which, I feel like I should do something up here for storage or move this up. I can't decide. So if you have any ideas, let me know on how I could better maximize my storage there. I moved some basics back over here just to make room and make the baskets pretty. I need to get a good container for these though. This is just like my basic tanks, layering pieces that I don't grab from very often, but when I do, I'll know where they are. I throw my hats up there all the time. That has worked really well. I'd like to get a cute little container for my little handbags, like those little cute acrylic dividers. So maybe I'll do that, maybe not. I don't really get them out that often anyway, so it's probably a waste of money. Could do a bin for scarves, but this is literally all I have for scarves anymore, other than maybe like a winter one that I keep in the mudroom. And then I put all my shoes down here. I really have a problem with tan shoes, apparently. I was laughing at myself when I put these away because I was like, oh, wow. You have a lot of tan shoes, but they go with everything. And I like to have things that can go with a lot of different outfits. So brown and tan it is. So anyway, I kind of made this my accessory wall with all the shoes and tried to keep that in a zone as much as possible to make the styling that much easier. So I think the more you can look at your closet in that way and decide like this zone is going to be all about accessories, or this part of the closet, and then this part of the closet is all about outerwear, and then this part is all about the foundational pieces. And I think the more you can kind of work your closet into zones, the more you'll be inspired to put layers of outfits together. I think when you're styling, you're always thinking about layers. You have those foundational pieces and then you're layering on top of it. So I think that's really important in the way you set up your closet. And then as far as my husband's closet, I actually zone his a lot differently. He's not looking to layering as a styling tool. He's looking at layering for warmth because he works outdoors a lot. We have a cow-calf operation and he also travels for work. So he kind of has two different careers going on. So he's got some dress clothes. He's got some polos that he, wears uniform type stuff for work and presentations. And then he's got his some of raggedy old hoodies that he will not part with because they're super warm. So, we have a hoodie for every day of the week and then some. I'm sure there's still some in the mudroom that I need to try to find to put in here. So I'm going to try to talk him out of a couple so I can have a little bit more room in the closet. He also, as you can see, really likes flannels and long sleeves. He's cold all the time. So the more layers he has, the better. So I put all of his workwear long sleeves up here. I put workwear short sleeves in here, workwear denim, and one long sleeve because I'm seriously gonna have to talk him out of some because it's getting a little excessive. I mean, in his defense, I do take up about 80% of the closet to his little 20 over here. So I get it. Change out all of his hangers too so that we could be just nice and grown up in uniform in here now. So he has the dark wood ones and then I did all black for like the everyday stuff. So I thought that looked really nice and really cleaned up the space too. I'm surprised at how much of a difference new hangers can make a space look too. Just like different categories as well. Again, for the bins have worked really well, keeping things kind of consolidated when you don't have drawers in a closet. So I will link those below too because I have really liked the bins and they were a really good price for I think a set of 3. So I bought several sets and they've held up well. I've had these for over a year now. So I totally forgot about the top. So up here, I'm keeping his graphic tees because he doesn't get those out very often. He travels a lot for work, so this will probably end up on the floor a lot. I'm still trying to troubleshoot that, but for the moment, he has a space to put it up high. I put a little quarantine box back here because there's just a few things I was trying to see if I could hide them from my husband. If he'll get rid of them. I sound like I'm horrible to my husband. So I did just do all of this for him, so I promise he's well taken care of. Just trying to declutter for him. I use this for garment bags and extra tote bags because we have a gazillion of those, I swear, and I just, like, if I need to go on a trip in the summertime and I need a few extra totes, I go up here to grab those so they're not falling out everywhere all the time. I keep extra linens up here for our bedroom, and then I've got all of my traveling. I have like a little bit of my nicer tooled bag. I think those are pretty. This for a sentimental storage. I know I said don't use your closet as a storage area, but this is actually some sentimental clothing that I just don't want to part with. And then it gives me a boundary too. I think that's another tip that honestly that I've learned over time. I should say they're tucked away and they're out of the way. That's the important part. So keep your sentimental items if you want to, but make sure they're tucked away and out of your way. So that they're not cluttering up your everyday closet, so that you can come into your closet in the morning and actually use it as a styling tool and not a storage unit. So that's what I was getting at there. Let me know if you guys have any questions as far as categories and stuff. I hope this was inspiring and motivational for you to go clean out your closet. It makes a world of a difference, I'll tell you, to walk in here this morning. It felt so much better. I felt so much lighter and organized and just ready for the week ahead. All right, I hope you enjoyed today's video and found some value in it. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any organizational tips you want to share with us, be sure to leave those in the comments below. I'll chat with you guys again soon.